It's more than a competition on the court or field. Beyond the game, surpassing the fame, there is a heart and soul that drives those in athletics to impact the lives of those around them. This is the spirit of sports. This month, our focus is on the youth and the different ways those involved in sports make a positive impact on their lives. The world of golf was a big contributor. We checked in on 3 different events to see how the sport was impacting young golfers at every level. Join us at an APGA golf clinic to see how the tour and its partners work to bring more diversity to the sport and opportunities to aspiring young golfers. We're on the scene at State Farm Arena as the legendary Harlem Globetrotters bring their rollicking roadshow to Atlanta. Next stop, the 2021 Tour Championship. An interview with the executive director of First Tee Atlanta to hear how the PGA Tour helps their organization fulfill their mission. Then a look at Friday Night Lights, the sights and sounds of high school football in Metro Atlanta from on and off the field. We head back to the golf course for part 1 of our coverage from a charity fundraiser featuring TV talk show host Roland Martin. And from the archives of Real Talk Sports, a Christmas celebration for kids, sponsored by NBA player Kent Bazemore. But first, a stop at Atlanta Motor Speedway. Spirit of Sports was there to see the changing face of NASCAR as they embrace diversity and attracting new fans. D4D. Drive for Diversity. It's NASCAR's program to bring diversity and inclusion into the world of auto racing. Their philosophy is on their page. NASCAR Diversity and Inclusion strives to create an inclusive environment for all facets of the NASCAR industry, recognizing the value of diversity, which allows us to go faster and farther in our workplaces, the racetrack, and in the stand. We want to see firsthand what it looked like, and we did when we went to Atlanta Motor Speedway for the final race at that location before their massive renovation. NASCAR's only black driver, Bubba Wallace, showed and received some love from the fans on pit road before the race. Wallace is making history in real time before our eyes. He's a graduate of the NASCAR Drive for Diversity program we talked about earlier. He's won 6 NASCAR truck races. In 2018, he became the first African-American to become a full-time driver in the NASCAR Cup Series. Driving for Petty Motorsports, that's the king, Richard Petty. Then in 2021, he became the first black driver since the legendary Wendell Scott in 1963 to win a NASCAR Cup Series race. This was done driving for the 2311 team owned by NBA Hall of Famer Michael Jordan and NASCAR vet Denny Hamlin. To find out more about Wallace, watch the Netflix docuseries Race, Bubba Wallace, premiering February 22nd, 2022, or go to his website, bubbawallace.com. Race festivities kicked off with a mini concert by hot new artist Breland, who blends hip-hop, America's favorite tenor, Timothy Miller. We spoke to him afterwards.
Oh, say can you see by
The most glorious voice around. Once again, did his thing here at Atlanta Motor Speedway. How excited are you to be out here? This is kind of the final event before they redo this track.
Well, it's a pleasure. It's my first time actually being at the track, and so it's a pleasure to be out here. Fans are great. Weather held up, so it's a great day.
All right, well, you have to get those earplugs in because I can hear those motors start to time up. Again, how can people follow you on social media? Come on.
It's Tenorlion, Tenorlion, on Twitter and Instagram.
Best pipes around. Thank you so much, sir.
I appreciate you.
God bless. We then had a fun interview with top DJ, radio, and TV host Big Tigger, who was on the scene near pit road. All right, guys, we got Big Tigger sighting. He's in the building. Yep. What's up, sir? What's going on, sir? So what does it mean to be out here at Atlanta Motor Speedway, right here in downtown Atlanta, and we can see NASCAR diversity in full effect?
This is my very first NASCAR experience. I'm excited. I'm out here. I want to hear the roar, the engines. I've been to the track before, but never to a NASCAR event, so I'm excited.
Well, I'm gonna warn you, you gotta get them earplugs, brother, because
that's what I heard.
Pop off. Now, who's standing next to you? Who's this young man right here?
Listen, this guy is a master changer.
NASCAR tire changer, also retired MC, born in Bronx, New York, moved to Mooresville, North Carolina, to do some pit stops. How did I find my way down there? I don't know. That's a story of the 80s, Tell it another day. But I'm right here with Big Tigger, you know what I'm saying? We're not in the basement. We're on the pit road.
We on pit road.
We're on pit road.
We on the road.
And I'm hoping to get him out there to do some pit stops, you know what I mean? Maybe we can slide him in there, you know what I mean? I got an extra suit in the hall.
Wow. Listen, let me stretch or something.
After all the festivities and interviews, of course, there was a race, and it did not disappoint for the final race at Atlanta Motor Speedway before their reconstruction. It came down to the wire as the Busch brothers battled it out. Kurt Busch knocking off his brother Kyle late in the race to take home the win. We got a chance to listen to some of his remarks and a great interview with one of his crew members who now is a hometown hero.
These are those moments in your career where you look back on it and go, I gave it everything I had, and it started right after Memorial Day. June 1st is the way that we've been running.
We're going to go to the back left, and then we'll go to Jeff in the middle front row.
Rowdy Maglite with Rowdy Maglite Racing. Kurt, what's it feel like to let little brother eat your dust?
I tell you, the adrenaline gets going, the childhood memories come back. The best of the best in this business is in my mirror, and yet I can giggle to myself sometimes and go, yeah, I taught him everything he knows. It's an awesome, genuine battle between the two of us. We've had some friction over the years, but as we get older, we've gotten slightly bit wiser, and we've raced each other with a ton of respect on track to almost be teammates, even though we race for different organizations. And so with COVID and the process last year, and sharing a lot of flights and a lot of time together with Brexton, the two of us have gotten really close. And Chastain helped today from the teammate side. It's my brother. He can take one, sit on the side. It's all right, buddy. You can finish second. And now we're tied on Bush Brother 1-2s with 2 wins apiece.
Jonathan Simmons from Real Talk Sports in Atlanta. Congratulations on the big win. Always good for the big brother knock off little brother, right?
That's what the crowd said. It was awesome.
So 2 things real quick. I noticed you guys, obviously, as a team, a lot of excitement after this win. What does it mean for you? I think you mentioned to win in Atlanta, a city kind of known for its civil rights. I met one of your young tire changers, and he's actually from Decatur. So how exciting was it for you to pull off that win for him here in Atlanta?
This is what it's all about, is the team aspect. I get the recognition. I'm the one that's in victory lane with the photos and in the news, but it's behind the scenes. It's the people that make it happen day in and day out with pit crew practice, the engineering staff, the engines, the body, everything. And so it doesn't matter where you're from, what your background is, this is where the spirit of a team comes together. And I'm very proud of our guys with the news that we've had as far as our team ownership changing, and people are knocking at our door, or people are looking at other places to go. And we just got to stay focused and stay on the task at hand.
Jeremy Kimbrough is used to the spotlight. Born in Decatur, just north of Atlanta, Georgia, he became a star football player for Cedar Grove High School, an All-American linebacker at legendary Georgia Southern University. Then he won a spot on Washington's NFL football team. But after just 2 short years, an injury cut his football career short. But soon afterwards, he was encouraged to take part in NASCAR's Drive for Diversity program. And now he's back in the spotlight as a part of NASCAR drivers Kurt Busch winning pit crew team.
All right, guys, here's a man from the pit crew from the winning team. Young man, introduce yourself to everybody right now.
Jeremy Kimbrough from Decatur, Georgia. I'm a tire carrier for Kurt Busch.
Hometown guy right here doing it up big. And now how big is this for you to pull us off this win in your hometown area?
It's super big. This is one of my bucket lists since I got into sport. Just to be able to come home and just get a victory, get some hometown cooking. I'm just so glad that we was able to push through today. We've been fighting hard all year. We had some rough races, but that just shows the character of our team, and we just happy to get a win today, especially in Atlanta.
Yeah, and the Busch brothers battling right down to the edge, right?
Yes, sir. Always a classic finish between those two.
We know this, man. With your brother, you got to get your winning rights on your brother.
Oh, that's right. Definitely. I do the same with my little brother.
You already know. Listen, man, we appreciate you, man. Great stopping by to join us here, and congratulations again on a big win.
Man, thank you. I appreciate that.
Yes, sir. All right, Real Talk Sports on the scene.
All right.
As you can see, NASCAR is making strides in terms of diversity and inclusion, making sure that all people have an opportunity to participate in this great sport. Like Dr. King said, it's not about the color of your skin, but the content of your character. In the world of sports, ultimately your performance will win you fans and friends, both on and off the field. Stay tuned for more of The Spirit of Sports. Are you in the market for a new vehicle? Well, check out Allen Vigil Ford Lincoln in Morrow, Georgia. We have one of the largest inventories in our area for both new and pre-owned vehicles, so we're sure to have something for everyone. Family owned and operated since 1982, customer satisfaction is our #1 priority. Come see our full lineup of vehicles and find the one that best fits you. Give us a call today, 678-726-5739, or shop us 24/7 online at allenvigilford.net. Ever since a young black golfer named Eldrick Tiger Woods burst on the PGA Tour with a simple, "Hello world," the sport's popularity has exploded around the world. But golf is more than a game. At most courses, a round of golf can become a networking and deal-making opportunity. For most black, other minority, and even women golfers, this world has been difficult to access. Thankfully, in the last decade or so, help has arrived. We first traveled to White Oak Golf Club in Noonan, Georgia, for an APGA golf clinic. Then to the Tour Championship at the famed East Lake Golf Course in Atlanta. At both stops, we find out how the PGA, LPGA, APGA, and their corporate partners are providing opportunities for minorities and women golfers.
Everybody, we're out here in Noonan at White Oak Golf Course, and we got a great event going on. And I'm gonna have this gentleman standing right next to me introduce himself to you as we're gonna talk to why we're out here today.
Hi, I'm Michael Cooper, the director of the Pathway to the PGA Tour for the APGA Tour.
Okay, now APGA Tour, I'm not quite familiar with that. Kind of explain to people what that tour is about.
We are a development tour, 12 years old, and our mission is to bring greater diversity to golf.
And how important is it coming out here to this golf course and having this type of clinic?
I think it's very important for our participants as well as these young participants at Metro Atlanta, first year Metro Atlanta, to see a different environment. And it's definitely through Club Corps and Farmers Insurance, they're allowing our participants and young participants in other communities to see an environment that they might not see, might not otherwise see. I think that's great.
Now, what does it mean to have a company like Farmers kind of really stand behind your tour? I got you.
Well, we couldn't do it without the resources that Farmers Insurance provides for us. We have ideas, but resources help us bring them to life.
Absolutely. And so now what age groups do you guys go through as far as the participants?
Our participants are from fresh out of college all the way up to 49 years old. I'd say the crux of them though are in their 20s. And there's a kind of a development period for when young people finish college to making it to the PGA Tour, and we try to provide opportunities for them to help them gather the resources to do just that. Now, the participants from the first tee Metro Atlanta are between the ages of 13 and 17, and every community we go to with a competition, we partner with the local agent to put on a youth clinic the day prior to the competition.
Well, that's fantastic. The first tee obviously doing some great stuff in and around the country, especially here in Atlanta, over at East Lakes.
They really are, and my background is with the First Tee headquarters, and I've gotten the opportunity to see over 100 chapters, and nobody does it finer. When you talk about diversity and inclusion, nobody's doing it any better than the First Tee Metro Atlanta.
Well, guys, even though it's bright and sunny out here and I have my shades on, I had to take my shades off for that. This is great news going on right here, and we bringing it to you from live on the scene. I should say from on the scene here in Noonan with the APGA and Farmers Insurance. Thank you so much for joining us, Michael.
Thank you, sir.
All right, we'll be back with more. All right, guys, anytime we have these events, we've been talking about the players. We have a player with us right now. He's going to introduce himself to you right now.
I'm Kamaya Johnson. I'm from Tallahassee, Florida.
Well, Kamaya, how exciting is it for you to see this APGA event, and more importantly, Farmers Insurance are backing the whole program?
I think it's amazing. I think it's amazing for the kids. I think this is what we need in order for the game of golf to grow. And I say it all the time when I'm in interviews. If golf looks like America, that means it's growing. And if golf grows, that means we all grow. And being an ambassador for Farmers Insurance, it's amazing to see the work they're doing in the communities and on the APGA Tour. And I think it's going to go a long way and a huge impact on the kids and myself.
Now, how did you get started as an ambassador?
Yeah, so I actually met the CEO, Jeff Daly, out at Torrey Pines doing the Farmers Insurance Open, had an interview, had a press conference with the PGA Tour, and he just so happened to be in the stands, and he was so impacted by my story and the way I carried myself. He decided to make me a brand ambassador for Farmers Insurance in 2020.
Well, your story must be very compelling. I know it's a little long, but why don't you give us just a little bit about your story that got them excited about having you with them?
Yeah. So golf pretty much saved my life. Honestly, I was a 8th grade dropout, had no purpose in life, didn't know who I was hanging around the wrong people, didn't have any mentors. But when I started playing the game of golf, all that came together. And Jan Auger, the GM at Harlem Golf Course, you know, my grandmother moved onto the golf course when I was 13, right after dropping out of school. And she charged me $1 a day to play golf. She said, I see something in you that I don't see in a lot of people. And that's just how my life has been. It's been a village who has raised me and got me to this point today. So the game of golf is such a great game. It's like, and it's always bigger than the PGA Tour. The game of golf, you know, it's so many jobs in the industry, so many things that you can become. Everybody plays golf. CEOs, the doctors, the lawyers, all your bosses, they all play golf. And I had a gentleman over here actually just telling the story. He just graduated from Florida A&M, Moby Dillard, and he said he was doing an intern at a private equity firm, and they found out he played golf. You know, found out he was a stick, and now he's playing golf with the CEO more than he's working. So that just goes to show you what the game of golf can do for you and the impact that it can have on your life.
So as you can hear, folks, networking on the golf course is still a big deal. And this is the great thing about having young African Americans involved and involved with the corporate structure, being out here on the course where we know deals are made. Listen, is there a social media or website where they can find out more about either you or Farmers?
Yeah. So I have my own website. I actually have my own foundation. It's called My Foundation. That's my nickname. And it's getting more inner city kids involved in the game of golf and showing them, you know, me getting them around mentors and people that can help them in the long run. So myfoundation.com or my social media, Kamai.Johnson on Instagram.
Kamai, listen, we appreciate you stopping by and joining us here, and we look forward to following you and seeing the good things that you're doing around the community and around the world.
Yes, sir. Thanks for your time and thanks for having me.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
All right, guys, we'll be back with more. Okay, guys, we're at the APGA event, which is also being co-sponsored by Farmer and the First Tee. And guess what? We have some golfers here. They're going to introduce themselves to you right now. Young man, step right up and introduce yourself to everybody.
Hi, Christian Cole. My name is Koi Young, K-O-I, like the fish.
Hello, my name is Xavier Yoon, E-W-I-N-G.
All right, guys, I saw you guys out here practicing. Come back over here. I saw you guys out here practicing. What was kind of the one skill set that you guys kind of grew the most? What was the one skill set you liked the most to kind of work on?
The putting. I learned a lot during this session while I was putting. I learned that my swings don't have to go so far. I don't have to do too much. I just a little, like a little putt stroke. It's a little tap. Yeah, a little tap. That's all you have to do. That's what I learned.
My favorite session was the putting as well. I learned how to control the ball, control the ball speed and stuff like that.
So see, all these guys figured out a little goes a long way. That's what I'm saying here?
Yes, sir.
All right, well, guys, listen, we appreciate you stopping by. And one more time, how exciting is it to come out here, man, nice golf course, and have some real pros work with you?
It's exciting.
It's really. I get to learn a lot from these pros. I'm glad they came out here. Helpful criticism.
Oh. See, that's good at any age. Okay, one more time now. We're going to ask you about how long you've been actually playing the game of golf. Christian, how about you? How long?
About half a year.
6 months. And Corey?
I've been playing since I was 5 years old. I'm now 13, so 8 years.
Whoa, he's a veteran.
Yeah.
Hey,
I've been
how about
playing
you?
with First Tee for about 5 years now.
We got some vets on the course. All right, guys, you're going to keep a lookout for these guys, not just for the fact that it could be the next Tiger Woods, but this could be the next corporate CEO, because you guys are already learning that a lot of deals are made in the golf course, a lot of good connections, right?
Yes, sir.
All right, young guns in the building with Real Talk Sports. See you guys.
Don't go anywhere. We'll be back with more in just a moment. The day has arrived. It's time to let more people know about your business. You have the right marketing plan and the messaging in place. But do you have the right messenger? Good advertising and promotions need a professional sound so the message can be clearly understood. Don't leave your brand image to chance. Let our team of voiceover experts at CME lend you a hand. Give us a call at 678-304-8121 to find out how we can partner with you to give your business its voice.
Everybody, we're here on the scene here at the East Lake Golf Course. It's incredible. Warm day, but not too hot. And we're talking to a gentleman that's doing some great work here behind the scenes. We're going to let him introduce himself to you right now.
Thank you. Hey guys, my name is Janae Jenkins, and I'm the Director of Programming for First Tee Metro Atlanta. We're out here today at the Tour Championship. Right now we're in front of the First Tee Game Changers Pavilion. But overall, here locally as a chapter, we're here to instill life skills in our young people using the game of golf as a foundation. So,
how important is that, Janae? There's been a lot of talk in recent years about kids being couch potatoes. So how big is it you guys are the first team trying to get the kids back out?
Yeah, so something that was really, really interesting for us is a lot of kids have been kind of staying put, especially with COVID and everybody being at home, right? So what's happened over the past year and a half, more people are trying to get outside anyway. So this past year, we've had an uptick on people who are interested in the program. We've expanded class sizes, class program locations to be all over the metro Atlanta area in hopes of really reaching as many kids as possible.
We've done this before, and we really never quite seen this set up. How big is it you guys actually have a pavilion here in front of a big fan shop general pavilion?
This is absolutely amazing. So a lot of times people hear about the First Tee and have an idea of what we do, but to be able to have an actual space in front of the So Cool Zone and the fan shop and everything else that is going on right here, having people come in and out, ask questions, really get to know who we are, what we do, and what we're trying to do for the community.
Now, I understand you guys are actually part of the umbrella of the East Lake Foundation, is that correct?
So we are in partnership with East Lake Foundation. They're one of our huge supporters. They believe in what we do, and it's something that I always like to say, it's not just them saying we like what you're doing, they're putting the money behind it to help us reach as many kids as possible here in the metro area.
That's got to be great for you guys. To be here in Atlanta, where basically the tour championship ends up, so you have the 30 best players in the world, and people come from all over the world, they get to see you guys right here in your pavilion.
Yeah, we consider it the Super Bowl of the PGA Tour. Year-end championship, everybody is coming out, so for us to be able to play a smart part in something this big is really impactful to what we do.
I know you got a lot of stuff going on, but I heard that the young man, I believe his name is PJ, that got an award this week as well?
Yeah, so it's a couple of different kids. BJ Little, one of our junior participants, he's actually received $20,000 from the First Tee for a scholarship in leadership that he's exemplified. We also had, this week, we had Tatum Thompson, Marcus Leonard Jr. represent us with the Hope Tee Shot that took place, the opening ceremonies of the Tour Championship this week. So we've had great representation this week. A lot of kids being actively involved with a lot of what they're doing out here, so it's been great. And when it comes to our partners and our supporters and our sponsors, having that backbone support is huge to what we do. And the one thing that me as the director of program, what I love is they kind of get out of the way. They let us do what we're really good at doing and giving us all the support we need to make it happen. So that's been absolutely amazing. The PGA Tour is right at the top of my list of huge supporters.
How can people find out more about the First Tee Atlanta and some of the things you guys have going on your website, social media, you know?
Perfect, yeah. So our website is going to be firstteeatlanta.org. All our social media, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, the exact same thing. First Tee Metro Atlanta. You can find us there. Yep. Perfect.
Sit back in the camera here. We're trying to do social distancing here as best we can, but why did you see me unmasked? All right, we're here at the First Tee Game Changers Pavilion inside the FedEx Fan Pavilion here at the East Lake Golf Course. The Harlem Globetrotters came back to Atlanta with their Spread Game World Tour. They did an outreach to HBCU students with special discounts and in-game spotlights. The team also handed out community service awards to a small group of local leaders. But they left plenty of room for fun for people of all ages. We look forward to seeing them again in spring of 2022. In 2021, Friday Night Football was back in full swing after a tumultuous 2020 with multiple game stoppages and postponements and even cancellations. In 2021, coaches and players alike were excited to be back on the field and getting back as close they could to normalcy, playing the game they love, football on Friday night.
It was great to see high school football, as well as many other sports, come back to some normalcy in 2021. We hope 2022 will allow us to bring you more personalized stories on what goes on and off the field here on The Spirit of Sports. We head back to the golf course, this time at Wolf Creek in South Atlanta. We get a chance to talk to a fundraiser's honorary chairman, TV host Roland Martin, as they talk about the importance of mentoring for parents.
3 years ago, Susan Taylor asked me if I would be the honorary chair of the golf tournament. She knows I love golf, so I told her absolutely. So we had a great time in 2019. Due to COVID in 2020, we couldn't have the tournament. I'm certainly glad to be back, support this initiative, and raise money for an important organization, and certainly the great work they do.
Listen, man, it's great to see you out here, and I know you got to get on the golf course and play right now. But I noticed something here. You're attired in all orange and Houston Astros. You're a big Astro fan, sir?
First of all, majestic orange and blue. I'm born and raised in Houston, and so we back in the World Series for the third time in 5 years. So I had to represent not only with the attire but also with the bag as well. So and so I'm trying to let these Braves and Dodgers fans know that second place is okay.
Well, look, we look forward to seeing you back in Atlanta. Hopefully, to play the Braves in the World Series, and then we'll see.
No, I'll be back. I'll be in Houston for Game 1 on Tuesday, and then I got a speech in Nashville Wednesday, Indianapolis Friday. But I'll probably be here for Game 3 on Saturday.
All right, again, thank you for supporting such a great cause.
I appreciate it. Thanks a lot.
God bless.
Bazemore spent 10 years in the NBA, but none more impactful than the 5 years he spent here with the Atlanta Hawks. He was a fan favorite both on and off the field. We wrap things up with a look at a Christmas party he had here through his Arms Foundation for children at Top Golf here in Atlanta.
Through all the things I've been through and where I've gotten myself to, I didn't do it by myself. I had a tremendous support system, still do to this day, and I want to kind of share everything that I've learned throughout my 27 years on this earth to young kids. I really want to, like I say, shed light on the underprivileged youth, because those are the brightest kids in the world. The kids that grow up, through the grit, the grind. They have that extra hard work, that extra motivation to succeed, and all they need is just to kind of light a path, to get them where they need to go. Without further ado, I think we're going to start with opening some presents. Yeah. All right, before we move forward, I just want to thank Top Golf. I want to thank Under Armour. I want to thank the Atlanta Hawks, Austin, my agent, Armika, everyone that's been a part, Samantha, Rob, who I haven't seen.
That's all for tonight. Hope you enjoyed the show. If you know someone that has a story that shows the spirit of sports, contact us at jsimmons@realtalksports.net. Follow us anywhere on social media at Real Talk Sports 7. For weekly sports talk with perspective, tune in Tuesdays for the Real Talk Sports Show, 8 to 9:30 p.m., streaming live on Facebook, YouTube, Twitter, and Twitch. You can even watch us on Roku, on the C Room Plus TV, and Phoenix Media Entertainment Group. All right, until the next time, take care and God bless.